Good morning, people. Welcome to my channel. This is DJ Vinyl Vertigo, and I just wanted to do. I've been watching a lot of videos on the best records, the best albums of 2025. I don't usually do that. I usually just don't because there's too many for me, or maybe I just don't think about it enough. But I thought about it this time, and I actually pulled some, and I just wanted to share my thoughts with you because I saw some people had some ideas, and I actually got influenced by some of them, and actually at least one of them made my list from someone who influenced me. Um, so I'm just going to share them with you, and hopefully, maybe there's something there that you didn't know about, and you might want to check out. So, one of my and I want to preface it by saying these might not be my absolute favorite albums to listen to all the time. I don't know. It's too soon to tell. But they're all vinyl. There's other things that I've gotten on CD that I really, really love, but I didn't want to show CDs. One of them I am going to show that is a CD. I couldn't help it. I have to show it. I don't have it as vinyl yet. Um, because sometimes I test things out on CD first to see if I like it, or I stream it. Um, and or sometimes it's kind of expensive, and so I just kind of go out, get the CD, and then when I see it on sale, if I find a good copy for a cheaper price, because it gets expensive to be in this hobby. Anyway, let's get started. No particular order. There's no, down to 10. I just picked 10 records, and I think that they're all really great. So the first one I'm going to show is one of the first ones that I got in 2025, and this is the John Cleary Bywater Sessions. John Cleary is a British expat who lives in New Orleans. He's a piano player and vocalist extraordinaire, a la Dr. John or Leon Russell. He's that type of, Ray Charles. He's got that kind of swagger. He's really, really good. Um, and that's him in the middle with the blue shirt. He's the one that's in color, I should say. And with the band, I guess that he's working with at this time. This is from FHQ Records, Well Kept Secret is the label, I guess. Produced by John Porter and recorded live at Funk headquarters in New Orleans. Also, John Cleary was also producer on this. And there's some photographs from the sessions. It's an extraordinary record. It basically, I think John wanted to do an album that basically um, paid tribute to a lot of the um, classic songs done by great artists from New Orleans. So Damn Good, Zulu Coconuts, Uptown Downtown, Been a Little Minute, Just Kiss My Baby, Boneyard. I'm skipping around a little bit. Unnecessarily Mercenary. This is such a tight record. It's such a good record. It's totally New Orleans, and it's got that second line sound to it. It's just wonderful, and I just, there they are on the balcony of this. I guess it's the studio, if I'm not mistaken, but it's so good. It's so New Orleans, and I'm so glad to have this in my collection. And if you like that kind of music, you probably need to take a look at this record. It's really, really good. John Cleary. Yeah. Um, Next up, I just picked this up. I got this online. This is the live version of Radiohead's "To Hail a Thief" live recordings from 2003 to 2009. Beautiful record. Of course, the songs are incredible. I love Radiohead. I think that they do such a great job, um, you know, titillating our minds with experimental music. And, honestly, saying that it's experimental, I think it's become pretty much standard that people do take chances and create something that's different. So we could say it's experimental, but I think that these guys have evolved and throughout their career, and I don't want to just pass it off as experimental. This is who they are, and these guys just really do a great job. I mean, Bjork is another one who's just, she is who she is, and you know, we can call it experimental, but that's the mind. That's how the mind works, and I think that their minds, these guys got together and they understood each other, and they really know where each one is coming from. And I think when a band can do something like that and put something together that is experimental, that is actually um, uh, something that people can relate to. You know, when it's hard to relate to something that's experimental, that's a different story. Or it's something where you really have to like, you have to find a way to get into it. I didn't have to find my way into their music. I understood that it was something different. I understood it was something unique, and it just, it flows. And so, and I think the audience in this on this album is totally there with them 100%, and they just really do a great job of recreating songs from that album. So this is a really good record. I'm very, very impressed with this live record. Sometimes their live records can be a little, if they don't change what they're doing too much, it can get a little static, get a little boring. Not this. This, they keep pretty much to the album, but they do it in such a way that the energy, you can feel the energy there. So this is a really good live album. It's not boring. All right. Next, headed backwards. All right. This record is important to me because this is a band that I've been pushing for a long time. GA20. They're from the Coal Mine label, which is in Ohio. And my friend Alex out there would definitely agree that this band is so good and this label is amazing. They just know how to find artists that are really doing this back to basics kind of stuff. Great kind of Delta blues outfit. It's a trio. They had another guy, Pat. I think his name was Pat, who was a vocalist, and now they have a new vocalist, Cody Nilsson. And I saw, the last time I saw J20 was here in Tampa Bay for my radio station's Tropical Heat Wave. I think it was last year. Yeah, last year. They were one of the highlights of the festival, and they did not disappoint. His voice, Cody Nelson's voice, is just killer. Just an amazing, soulful, spiritual voice. Plays guitar, lap steel, and organ as well. Matthew Stubbs is the leader of the band. He plays guitar and baritone guitar, and Josh Higgins is on drums and organ on this album. They also have Nate Edgar on bass on one of the tracks, and Brooks Milgate on organ on one of the tracks. And this is produced by Matthew Stubbs, the leader of the group. And this has eight songs on it altogether. I think they're all covers, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think they're all covers. Hold on, I'm coming. Baby, my baby sweeter, just one more time. Chicken picking, crying and pleading. It opens up the record so well. This is a great blues album by a bunch of young guys from the north, and they just they're not southern guys, they're northern guys, and you would never think that they weren't from the South. They're so good. They're so amazing, and this is such a great blues album. So something to definitely pick through and find in your record store. And if you can't find it in your record store, hit up Coal Mine. Go online and check out Coal Mine. They have such incredible artists like Kendra Morris and Neil Francis and the Sinceres and the Monophonics, and you just they go on and on and on. It's just incredible artists. Duran Jones and the Indications. I mean, just amazing. Orgone, another band. Let's see. Just so many. Delval Lamar organ trio. I mean, it just goes on. I can just keep going, but I'm not going to because I'm talking about these records. 2025, great blues record. All right, next up. Let's see. Now, I said that sometimes I was watching other people's videos and I got influenced by uh, to listen to some music, and also in this case to actually order something. And Norman Maslov, Mazzy, um, did his top 15, I think it was. I think it was his top 15 of 2025, and this was one of them. And I was intrigued, so I said, and I found a copy extremely inexpensive, a new copy, extremely inexpensive, and I said, oh, I'll take a chance. I mean, I streamed it a little bit, so I listened to a couple songs. It sounded pretty good, so I ordered it, and it came right away. And it's Kinky Friedman, the poet of Motel 6, and this was recorded about maybe 2 years before his death, but this just came out. It's kind of amazing. It's a great sort of country or Americana type record. It's beautifully recorded. It's a very quiet pressing. Um, there's a lot of um, undercurrent humor with sadness. Um, there's a lot of love and loss. There's a lot of I wish I could have, or just a lot of really cool stories on here. Kinky Friedman is known for that kind of thing, I guess. And I guess I'll be checking out some other Kinky Friedman records, but this is such a good record. He looks so cool there, I think. And hopefully this is him young, I guess. I don't know. Produced by David Mansfield, and all the songs are written by Kinky Friedman. Um, and what I really like on it, that kind of makes me think of Mavericks. Now, the music's not like the Mavericks to me at all, but he does have an accordion player. Joel Guzman plays accordion on this record, and it just works so well on here. It just gives it such a warmth and a flavor. I really, really recommend this record as well. Thank you, Mazzy, for talking about this, because he could talk about it better than I can, about Kinky Friedman, than I can. I don't know as much about Kinky that he does. Um, but yeah, definitely a great recommendation from Mazzy, from Norman Maslov. So I'm glad to have this. Next up, this young lady I interviewed her maybe almost 10 years ago, maybe now. I was asked to interview this young lady who was going to be playing in town. I didn't know anything about her. I saw pictures of her online when I looked her up, and I went, oh, is she one of those pop things? I don't know. I want to interview. So I went kind of kicking and screaming inside. She came into the studio. I was like, okay, let's see what this girl can do. And then she just like blew me away. And I was like stunned and just, I felt really stupid. She was so freaking good. And she was touring with Alan Stone, who I did know who he was. Um, and she is this kind of soul singer that has a little hip hop influence. Um, and she eschews that whole pop image. She kind of almost looks like she has that pop image, but no, she's the real deal. I mean, I'm not saying that pop stars are not the real deal, but you know what I'm saying. Her name is ZZ Ward. She has a killer voice, great singer-songwriter. She's got great songs. She even covers some really cool stuff. And on this album, this is, I believe, mostly covers. This is a blues album, basically. She actually does the blues on this. And this one is called Liberation. And I think most of the songs are written by other people. I think there's she writes no. There's a couple songs that she wrote. Mother, Lioness, Clairvoyant, Next to You. Oh yeah, she sings. She wrote a lot of them. What am I talking about? Some of them are covers, but I mean, just amazing, just amazing. I just totally love this. Just like another blues album, and this is not what she normally does. She don't normally does like pop soul with a taste with a flavor of hip hop in there, because she does have rappers on some of her records, and the beats sometimes have that hip hop flavor to it. But this does not. This is totally pure blues, and she knocks it out of the park. She gives you that Bonnie Raitt feel or that Ella McElwain feel. She just knows what to do. And again, her vocal is not. She doesn't sound like Bonnie Raitt, but there's an essence of that kind of um, vocalist, kind of female vocalist on there. So, yeah, I'm gonna treasure this for a while. Love me some um, ZZ Ward. She's not bad to look at, I tell you. This album, let's see. Oh, it has a nice colored vinyl. It's kind of like this blue with the yellow tint, I think. And here's the inner. She's pretty stunning to watch. She's a great performer, and her voice is just killer. And she does not take any prisoners when she's on tour, I tell you. She's really, really good. Let's see. Yeah, she does Grinning in Your Face. This is a Purple Swirl vinyl. That's what it is. And this is on Sun Records. Okay. Next up. Speaking of, this is on Dead Oceans, but they are sometimes distributed by Coal Mine. And this is Duran Jones and the Indications, Flowers. I've only listened to this a few times, but already I was in love with this record. They're kind of a retro soul band, if you like that kind of stuff, like Amy Winehouse and Monophonics and things like that. Duran Jones and Aaron Frazier are the lead vocalists on this album, and it's just there's nothing more to say, but you have two powerhouse vocalists who have really some really in-depth lyricism and tight band. Great arrangements on this stuff, and they just know how to do soul like nobody's business. And this latest one called Flowers, I love the cover. It's great. That's down there. Yeah, it's so good. And there's Aaron there, and there's Duran right there. Flowers. And yeah, these guys, they do solo projects as well. Everything that they do is such high quality, and brings you back to that whole retro soul kind of thing. Not neo soul, but retro soul. And they really are in the leagues of Sharon Jones and the Dap Kings and stuff like that. Just unbelievable stuff. Flowers by Duran Jones and the Indications. Now this one, you're going to be surprised. This one, I couldn't help myself. I just thought, oh, check it out. I haven't liked anything by this woman for a while, but the songs on here are songs that I did like from earlier records, and this is a remix record, and it's Madonna, and this is called Veronica Electronica, and she does songs from Ray of Light on here, and I think they're all from Ray of Light, and there's some demos on here as well. This is fantastic. I love the cover. It's a beautiful cover. She also just came out with Bedtime Stories remixed too, so I might be checking that one out too. There's some really great remixes of her work. There's the inner. And it's a clear vinyl. She's coming out with Confessions of a Dance Floor Part 2, which I think is going to be getting back to true to form for Madonna, thank goodness, because her past few albums to me have been absolute, to me, forgettable and easy to overlook. I didn't even bother buying any of them. I just didn't care for them at all. But this is really good. This has, just for example, BT and Sasha Buklaj Ashram's remix, edit of Drowned World and Substitute for Love. Sasha Twilo does Ray of Light. Let's see. Victor Calderon, The Sky Fits Heaven. Widescreen mix and drums of Frozen. Fabian's Good God mix of Power of Goodbye, and then the original demo of Gone, Gone, Gone. This is a, this is a stomper. It really has really good remixes. This I can hear this in clubs big time, with some great bottoms on there, and I mean this could just blow people away on the dance floor. Really, really good, well put together package of remixes of Madonna's, some of Madonna's better stuff before she started going kind of off kilter. Um, so hopefully Madonna's back. You know, you can only go up from what's been put out recently. Sorry, Madonna fans, but it's the truth. Next up, just watched an interview with this guy, St. Paul and the Broken Bones, Alabama. Alabama's been putting out some really great artists. You know, they had Drive-By Truckers, and they got the Blind Boys of Alabama, of course, and you got Jason Isbell, who came from Drive-By Truckers. You got Alabama Shakes. You got the Commodores, and then you got this group, St. Paul and the Broken Bones. These guys mesmerized me from day one when they put their first album out, and this is their sixth album, and the last two before this were very, I'm going to use that word again, experimental, and they used that too. They went in some different directions. They tried some different kinds of things, and it was kind of like, it kind of threw me off a little bit because I wasn't ready for that. You know, I was ready for straight up soul, and you know, Paul Janeway is just so good at what he does. Um, and that's Paul right there in the middle. Um, he kind of uses some things that James Brown uses on stage. You know, he does some of the stuff that James Brown used to do, the whole cloak thing and all that, and that's fun and everything. But these guys just, they're one of the tightest bands that's out there, and but they didn't lose their way. They wanted to try. They were at a point in their career where they were able to do just whatever the hell they wanted to do. They wanted to broaden their horizons, try to experiment, try to find other avenues to bring soul into it. And they did that with two albums. And now Paul said that on this album they decided they wanted to return to form. They wanted to reset. And come back to what because they said, it was great to be able to do that, but that gets kind of boring after a while, because just because you can do it doesn't mean that you absolutely should do it. And he said, what do we do best? We do straight up soul music. That's what we do. And he goes, it's all about the songwriting. And so they came back to form, and they really explode with this record, and it's a mind blower. This is a banger of a record. It opens with Sushi and Coca-Cola, which is a weird combination of something to eat and drink, but it works so well, and it's just so dirty, funky, good stuff. It's so good. Fall Moon is another great song. Ooh Wee is a big, I think that's a single for them as well. One song that they said that wasn't going to be on the album, they didn't think was going to be on the album, and this was produced by Egg, what's his name? Produced by Egg White, and they did this at Fame Studios, Muscle Shoals, Alabama. So, yeah, just perfection of the situation. Sitting in the Corner is a song that they really toiled over for a long time, and they just felt like it just didn't fit with the rest of the record. It was actually written 6 months before the other material was written, so they felt that it just didn't fit. And something about the changing of arrangements from by Egg, keep getting Egg White, yeah. He did some arrangements to that song, and somehow it just miraculously became part of it. It was like, now we can't not put it on. Just amazing stuff on here. Really great, fun beats and lyricism, and just the way they work together. You can tell they had a great time in the studio. It ends with this ballad called Going Back that just makes you want to turn the album over again because it's just you just want more. You just want once it finishes. There's only 10 songs on here, but they're great 10 songs. There's no filler. Not one track is filler. It's so good. Once you hit going back the ballad on side two, um, and it finishes, you just want to flip it back over and have the experience all over again. This is a record I'll be spinning for a long time. I might have to get another copy because I think I'm going to wear this one out. Really, really good. St. Paul and the Broken Bones. Catch it. I'm serious. It's so freaking good. And I love the fact. I mean, I love that they took chances with some other records, but I'm glad that they're back with this kind of stuff that they do so well. All right, next. I've been talking about this guy for a while. Absolutely love him. Makaya McCraven. I think I talked about him on several other videos, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. This is a double disc, a double LP, and this is based on 4 EPs that he put out, and they put them all together on one album. And it's 2 LP compiles 4 EPs released by Makaya McCraven in 2025. Technologic, People's Mixtape, Pop-Up Shop, and Hidden One. Featuring Theon Cross, Ben Lamar Gay, Jeff Parker, Benjamin Shepard, Just-A-Fan, Junius Paul, Marquise Hill, Josh Johnson, Joel Walsh, and Jeremiah Chu. And this drummer who does kind of he mixes jazz and a little bit of hip hop and also a little proggy stuff. He's such a good I'd say like he's a gatherer of musicians. Every album he just brings people, some of the best technicians, the best people with great feel, great experience on their instruments, and just they just jam and they just find their way through each thing, and it's such incredible. Each side is different. You know, each EP has a different feel. They're done in a different part of the world. They're done with different musicians, and it's just it's definitely a journey. It's an amazing journey. If you have and you have to give it time. I really feel that you can listen to this in passing, but also the best way to experience this record is to say I have the time to like sit down and listen to it, and just really listen to each side really well. This is a great jazz record, and highly recommend this one. This is great for 2025, and I can't wait to see what he does next. Makaya McCraven, unbelievable drummer and composer in the jazz world. And then Almost Finished. This one came from Record Store Day. This is the one I've talked about a lot before Record Store Day, during Record Store, and definitely after Record Store Day. This was my favorite pick. This was one of my most wanted records, other than Curtis Mayfield. However, and Bobby Womack. But however, this became my number one when I listened to it. This was I was most happy with. And, I mean, I was absolutely over the moon with Curtis Mayfield, and I love having some live Bobby Womack and the other things that I picked up as well. However, Ghost Note. I seen Ghost Note at the Clearwater Jazz Holiday about maybe 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, and I was highly impressed with their musicianship. I love jam bands that do kind of funky soul stuff. I love that kind of thing. And I'm not going to name all the brands because I always name them, and I don't need to name them. You know the bands I talk about. But this is their first album that was never, I don't know if it was ever released first time on vinyl. It's their debut LP, Ghost Note. I have several, they have like 3 or 4 records, and I have another one of theirs. I want to get the other one. But this is an exclusive Record Store Day release. Rainbow Sherbet, okay. Explosive debut from Snarky Puppies, Robert Searight, and Nate Worth. A percussive masterpiece that fuses funk, hip-hop, jazz, and world rhythms into one mind-bending journey features 18 iconic players, including Sean Martin, Mark Lettieri, mono neon, and more, packed with tight grooves, tribal pulse, and synth wizardry. And I'm telling you, this record is a percussive masterpiece. It's called Fortified. It's by Ghost Note. And if you see this still in the bins, don't leave it there. Give it a home. This will blow your mind the F off. I'm telling you, it's so freaking good. And I've gotten other people to actually pick this up, and they've actually DM'd me and said, I'm so glad you talked about this record. It's killing me. It's so good. Yeah, so Ghost Note. Ghost Note Fortified. And there's one more record, and this is the one that did not come on vinyl. I mean, it does come on vinyl, but I didn't get it on vinyl. So I'm showing a CD. This is my last one. And, oh, just to show you, I also have the CD for St. Paul and the Broken Bones. Love it, love it, love it. This is really great. So I'm almost set with my St. Paul and Broken Bones. This woman has not put out a record for I guess 10 years or maybe a little bit more. If I'm not mistaken. She is from Canada. She is an amazing singer, an amazing composer and songwriter, and she is one of those people that if there's something that's lacking, she will make it happen. And she did. She wanted to have something where women were taken seriously in the festival market. And she did this when it wasn't popular to do. She created, with others, of course, Lilith Fair. And it is Sarah McLachlan. She always impresses me. She never disappoints, and her latest release is called Better Broken, and she wrote this because she had something to say in a time where there's a lot of turmoil in the world. There's a lot of disconnect and that kind of thing, and knocked it out of the park with this one. It's just a beautiful record. It's gorgeous. I might have to pick this up on vinyl just to hear what it sounds like on vinyl because it sounds beautiful on the CD. It's just beautifully recorded. And the title track just kills me. It's so good. There's another song called Only Human, which is wonderful. If This Is the End, another one, Rise, is another great song. But also, let's see, what is it? Long Road Home. Just a beautifully pensive, romantic, very thoughtful record, and Unconquered, and it's produced by Tony Berg and Will McClellan, and just incredible musicianship on here, and yeah, I can't say enough about her and her work, but definitely if you're into that kind of singer-songwriter thing, and there's some great singer-songwriters out of Canada, you know who they are. There's so many. She's just another one of those in that category that they just know how to do it. There's something in the water up there. They can write those songs, man, that just stick in your head. And Sarah McLachlan is one of those. So, Better Broken by Sarah McLachlan. And that concludes my top 10 of 2025 at this moment for me. And again, like I said, I don't normally like to do those, but I just felt compelled to do it this time. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I might have influenced something, or even if not influenced, just got you to think about some music that maybe you weren't thinking about. And regardless of the genre, I mean, there's dance music in here, there's soul, there's blues, there's jazz, singer-songwriter, there's indie rock, there's New Orleans, there's everything in here. So a little bit of everything. And again, thanks Mazzy for the Kinky Friedman. And you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I'll see you soon. And keep listening to great music. 2025 is coming to a close, and 2026 is coming, and there's more music to come. Oh my God. Anyway, take care, guys.